Good afternoon, welcome to Morning IAS, and we'll discuss science, objective questions of science and technology. Just wait a minute. Okay. India's Mars orbiter spacecraft. India's Mars orbiter spacecraft has completed 7 years in its orbit, well beyond its designed mission of life of 6 months. Consider the following statements regarding Mars orbiter mission, or MOM. Mars orbiter mission is the first interplanetary mission of ISRO. Which of the following statements are correct? Interplanetary mission of ISRO, and primary objective of the mission was to search for signs of ancient life on the planet Mars. Which of the following statements are correct? See, Mars orbiter mission is the first interplanetary mission of ISRO. This is right. Right. It is basically a technology demonstration venture. That means we are sending a mm, um, satellite, a spacecraft to another planet, especially to display our development of technology, right? So basically, this is for the operation of spacecraft and scientific instrument on the surface of Mars. So this is of primary objective was that. See, this is primary objective. Primary objective is was to launch the spacecraft and how it is operating in the Mars soil, Mars orbit. So only one will be the answer. Primary objective is not to find ancient life on the planet Mars, signs of ancient life. That is not the primary objective of MOM. So this is primary objective. It is simply a simple objective, then it can be right. Primary objective is not finding the life on planet Mars. It is basically demonstration of our scientific technology. Right. So one only option is the right option. Then CRISPR-based genetic engineering. CRISPR-based genetic engineering technology can be used in which of the following areas? Restrain population of mosquitoes that infect humans, enhancing crop production, improve the production of biofuel, live imaging of DNA and DNA or mRNA, live imaging. Which of the following correct answer for? CRISPR based genetic engineering technology. What are the application of CRISPR technology? See, whenever you see such questions like this application or reasons, there may be usually most of cases applications are all of these, right? If you will just read the options, if something you are not feeling extremely odd, then you can you can use them, right? So CRISPR technology, because it can be used, right, to resistant population of mosquitoes. Yes, it is very important. It is to resistant population of mosquitoes. Enhancing crop production, yes, by genetic engineering. Improve production of biofuels, yes, by genetic engineering you can produce the biocrops that will generate biofuels. Live imaging of DNA and mRNA, yes, that can be done. So all the options are right so far as CRISPR based genetic engineering technology is concerned. It's a technology by which genetical mutation can be done, right? It can cut some parts of the our genetic material, and it can also solve very dangerous diseases, the genetic diseases especially. This is a new type of technology in the case of healthcare. Gene editing technology, it uses molecular seizure to cut the genes, or it can, right, that is molecular seizure. Then consider the following statements. Vaccines of COVID-19 are currently used are mainly infection preventing vaccines. A breakthrough infection refers to infection of SARS-CoV-2 virus that occurs either after the first dose or after the second dose of the vaccine. Which of the following statements are correct? You see whether it is correct or incorrect first of all. Which of the following statements are correct? Are currently used are mainly infection preventive vaccines. These are not infection preventing. These are mainly disease modifying vaccines. Right? May not mainly infection preventing, because many people they are suffering for again COVID even after taking the vaccine. So that is disease preventing. Right? Disease preventing vaccines. Then a breakthrough infection is refers to infection of SARS-CoV virus occurs after first dose or after second dose. The two options is the right statement. So that is called as breakthrough infection, right? That is when the virus entered toward the protective barrier of antibodies, right? Two is the answer, right? There is a barrier of antibodies. Antibodies is created because of the vaccines, and that break the antibodies barrier and enter to the system. Deep technology includes which of the following? Advanced manufacturing, robotics, blockchain, big data. Select the correct answer code 123, 124, 234 or 1234. Which is deep tech technology, deep tech includes, right? See, these are deep technology means these are the advanced level technology. Deep tech technology, these are the advanced level technology. So yes, advanced manufacturing here, all of those answer are robotics, advanced manufacturing. For example, your 3D printing, that is advanced manufacturing, by which you can, by a single machine, you can create multiple products. For example, you are taking plastic from a single machine, you will insert a design of a chair that will create a chair. You will insert design of a table that will create a plastic table. Right? From the one input, you can create many of the substances. That is one type of example of advanced manufacturing. Then that is called as 3D printing. There is also bioprinting. Bioprinting that is able to, we are able to create some cells as of now. You can create by bioprinting, right? Then robotics, utilization of computer and robot which can function like a human being. Then blockchain technology, by which our cryptocurrency is established, is a new type of developed technology which is highly secure, and that is decentralized technology, highly secure technology, blockchain technology, right? That will revolutionize our whole service sector. Then big data system, it's a highly developed database Then correct answer code. Which are the correct answer code? 1, 2, 3, 4. All the options, all the answers are right. Deep technology, right? Next. Consider the following statements regarding CHAPEA mission. It's a series of CHAPEA mission is a series of Mars analog missions that will recreate Mars life habitats on Earth. Mars life habitats on Earth. Then it is an initiative of Chinese Space Agency. Which of the following statements are correct? CHAPEA mission. It's a series of Mars analog missions that will recreate Mars life habitats on Earth. Right? Mars life habitats on Earth. This is right. One is right. It is an initiative of Chinese Space Agency. No. It is an initiative of NASA. Right? It's a unit of an initiative of NASA. Right? So this mission will provide various of information that will help whether there is any life forms or not, and if there is any application that can be done in case of our healthcare or performance, all these things. So to create a habitat that will Mars like realistic and feasible, that will create habitat like Mars that can be created by CHAPEA mission. It's by released by initiative of NASA, not by Chinese. Chinese name will be like Chang'e. Such name will be different. Remember this mission. If the Chinese name are different, and this name is not like a Chinese name, so it cannot be Chinese space agencies. Just a second. Okay. Next. So your answer will be your one only. Next question. Arrange the decreasing order of installed capacity. Decreasing order of installed capacity of renewable energy in India. One is solar energy, small hydro energy, wind energy, bioenergy. What is the decreasing order of installed capacity? See, first is obviously your solar, right? Then your wind, solar energy, then wind energy, right? Then your small hydro, small hydropower, hydro energy, then your bioenergy. So your solar is 1, wind energy is 3, 1, 3, small is 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. C is the answer, right? We have a commitment in Glasgow Summit to produce 450 gigawatt by 2030 solar energy. So obviously solar energy is the highest. So simply these these two can never be possible, right? These two options are eliminated. So now we have two options. You can, and there is 1, 3 or 2, 2, 4. Both options are right. So here see anything you can make it. But these two options are eliminated. So at least there is probability that 50% answer will be right. Right. Next. Consider the following statements regarding Nipah virus, NIV infection. Nipah virus infection. Nipah virus is an infection. It has lower mortality rate and incubation period as compared to coronavirus. It has ability to infect much wider variety of animals Annual host reservoir for Nipah virus is similar to host reservoir for Hendra virus (HEV). Which of the following statements are correct? Here it is asked about correct, not incorrect. They have asked. They have asked correct. Correct information. It has, see, this is known. Nipah virus has, it's a zoonotic disease. Zoonotic disease means that is transmitted from animals to human beings. So this virus can be, that can pass through human to human or by contaminated food. This Nipah virus can be transmitted, right? So yeah, see, and this infection is mortality rate is higher. So this is wrong. Higher mortality rate than the coronavirus. Then it has ability to infect much wider variety of animals, ability to host reservoir for Nipah virus is similar to for Hendra virus. These both statements are correct. So your 2 and 3 options were the right answer, right? But it is less contagious. Remember, less contagious than coronavirus, but higher mortality rate. That means it can be less spread. Right? Its spreading is less, but it has higher mortality rate. Right? And incubation period is also very long. That is around 45 days. Like your coronavirus, at hardly it is 14 days. Here it is 45 days. It is the animal that is host reservoir, that is flying fox. Flying fox is your the host that transmits a fruit bat that transmits the Nipah virus. So 2 and 3 answer is the right answer. Firecrackers contain which of the following chemicals? Aluminium, barium, potassium, iron, strontium. Which of the following firecrackers contains which of the following chemicals? See, usually in such questions, all the options are right? Because practically it is all are right. Aluminum, barium, potassium, iron, strontium, all are present in your chemicals. That is in firecrackers. D is the answer. Application based question, all of the answers. Such type of question, usually all of the answer, all of these. Okay. What is which of the following statements about poliomyelitis? Poliomyelitis. It is highly infectious viral disease which may affect young children. The virus is transmitted by person to person and spread through contaminated water and or food. Polio disease can be cured with proper medication. Poliomyelitis. So what is regarding polio? It is highly infectious viral disease, yes, which may affect young children. Yes, actually children are getting affected, get affected. India has almost abolished polio, but there, if you see, there is many people who are affected by polio, and they have become your handicapped. The virus transmitted by person to person, spread through contaminated water and food. Yes, virus transmitted from person to person, or this contaminated water or food, or by human excreta, right? But more commonly by your water and food, right? Then polio disease can be cured with proper medication. See, such type of vaccine, the virus diseases, that is not easy to be treated. For example, your AIDS, your COVID-19, your Nipah virus, or polio. There is no such treatment. So that's why we are taking vaccine. So not can be cured. It cannot be cured with proper medication. This is wrong. So your 1, 2 was are the right answer. It B. 1 and 2 are the right answer. Okay. Just a minute. DNA profiling is used in which of the following areas? Criminal investigations, parentage testing, genealogical research, study of animal and plant population. DNA profiling is used in which of the following areas? See, such type of application based question, obviously I have said. Criminal investigation, yes, DNA fingerprint data checked. Parental testing, somebody is your parent or not, by DNA profiling. Genealogical research, yes. Study of animal and plant population. And regarding their breeding capacities, everything is mentioned in our gene. Remember, genome sequencing. Every characteristic of a human, almost every characteristic, is mentioned in the human genome system. So all the options are right here. D is the option. D options are right. Right. DNA profiling. Next, consider the following statements. Hydrogen exists only combined with other elements that has to be extracted from naturally occurring compounds like water. Hydrogen fuel must be transferred into electricity by a fuel cell before it can be used to power a car or truck. Consider the following statements which are incorrect. Which of the statements are incorrect regarding hydrogen fuel? Right. So here both are correct. Hydrogen is created on the basis of electrolysis. 2H2O breakdown into H2O plus H2O2. This hydrogen is used as hydrogen fuel or hydrogen, right? Green hydrogen. So this is right. So this is also right. This will transfer into fuel cell. That means converted into direct source of energy, fuel cell. Then that will be used in truck. That battery will be used in truck. So no, the neither one and two. These two options are, so both options are right. No, nothing is incorrect. So D is the answer. Right. There is also something called as uh, brown hydrogen. This is green hydrogen. Brown hydrogen used by utilization of coal. Right. Coal is used in the production of brown hydrogen. There is something called as gray hydrogen. And natural gas is used. Gray hydrogen. Natural gas, but carbon emission happens. Carbon emission happens. There is something called as blue hydrogen. Blue hydrogen. Natural gas is used, but no carbon emission. That is blue hydrogen. Gray hydrogen, natural gas is used, but carbon emission. Blue hydrogen, natural gas is used, but no carbon emission. Brown hydrogen, coal is used. Green hydrogen, water is used. So, right, next. Consider the following statements regarding silicosis. Silicosis is a part of pneumoconiosis family of diseases described by policy as occupational diseases due to dust exposure. Yes, silica. Silica is related to your dust exposure. Then they are incurable, cause permanent disability, and totally preventable by available control measures and technology. Rajasthan was the first state to notify silicosis as an epidemic disease. So which of the following statements are correct? Which of the following statements are correct? Right. See here, all the statements are correct. Rajasthan is the first state to display the epidemic because there is a desert region and there is chances of dust. Right. They are incurable but cause permanent disability and totally preventable by available control measures and technology. That can be prevented. But once it occurs, that can cause permanent disability. Then silicosis is part of pneumoconiosis family of diseases described only occupational diseases due to dust exposure. For example, somebody is working in a cement factory, he may suffer from silicosis, or working in the asbestos factories, because of dust, they may suffer from this silicosis. So 1, 2, 3, all the options are right answer here. Right. In 2015, Rajasthan has declared it as a epidemic. Right. That is become by Rajasthan Epidemic Disease Act. Uh, under Rajasthan that is Rajasthan Epidemic Disease Act under से epidemic declare कर दिला 2015. Right. Just a second. Consider the following statements regarding malaria elimination. Malaria elimination. Malaria elimination certificate from WHO is awarded to a country when chain of indigenous transmission of disease has been disrupted nationwide for at least 3 consecutive months. Right. The children aged under 5 years are the most vulnerable group affected by malaria. Malaria is both preventable and curable. Which of the statements are right regarding malaria from WHO is ordered to country when the chain of indigenous transmission of the disease has been disrupted nationwide at least 3 consecutive months? No, this is wrong. That may be applicable for your diseases like viral disease. It's a parasite. It is basically caused by a parasite. So such type of definition cannot be applicable. There is no such chain. So that can be, so that we will abolish it. So these are indigenous transmission of disease by mm, this is at least not for 3 months. This is for 3 years. For the long 3 years, if there is no chain or not, and then that is you can say WHO is will give malaria elimination certificate. Right, 3 years, not 3 months. Then children under age 5 most affected vulnerable to malaria. Yes, that is right. It is both curable and preventable. Yes, right. So 2 and 3 are the answer. C is the answer. It is caused by a parasite that is called as that is caused by a mosquito, that is female anopheles. Right. Female anopheles mosquito that causes malaria. Phyllis, the mosquito causes malaria. Right. Okay. The applications of navigation with Indian constellation NAVIC system. It's an indigenous navigation system, NAVIC, or IRNSS we say, Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. Include terrestrial, aerial, marine navigation, disaster management, vehicle tracking of fleet management, geodetic data capture. What are the applications of NAVIC? I have said that in case of applications, most of the answers are right usually. Here, although all the options are right. Navigation means yes, marine navigation, terrestrial navigation, aerial navigation. For example, this is India. Up to 1500 kilometers, it can give the data regarding navigation. That disaster management, that will help in disaster management because it will actually give the data of position of anybody or anything. Hey, vehicle tracking and fleet management also. For example, we have a issue with your Nepal, with your sorry, Sri Lanka regarding the sea fisherman issue, right? And it can control this fisherman issue. That trawlers can be tracked by Navik. 1500 trawlers can be tracked at a time by Navik, and whenever they cross the international border, there will be warning to them. So vehicle tracking can also be possible. So all the options are right here. IRNSS, it is also called as IRNSS. It has two services. One is secret service and one is general service. Right, secret service is for your law enforcement agencies like army, and general service can be used by public like your GPS. But GPS is global position system. Here it has standard position system SPS. GPS is it has it's a wider region jurisdiction, that is throughout the world. But SPS, this Navik is only limited to India and its surrounding countries. Right. Next. What are the following statements regarding Cumbrae line? Cumbrae line is an internationally recognized boundary of space which lies around 100 kilometers above mean sea level. International Space Station orbits in the Qamran line. Uh, which of the statements are right regarding Qamran line? It is yes. This is question is this is correct. Which is correct or incorrect? This is correct. So, first statement is it is an international recognized boundary of space which lies around 100 kilometers above the mean sea level. Yes, this statement is right. International Space Station orbits in the Qamran line. No, it orbits around 300 to 400 kilometers. That is in the low Earth orbit. Remember, low Earth orbit is range is 180 kilometer to 2000 kilometer, but your International Space Station that orbits around 330 to 410 kilometers, whereas this Qamran line is an internationally recognized boundary of space that lies in 100 kilometers from the main sea level. It is see first is the troposphere, right? Then stratosphere. Above that there is stratosphere. Then mesosphere. Then their Qamran line. Then your thermosphere. Right? Troposphere is around 13 kilometer, and stratosphere is 50 kilometer, and then your mesosphere that is 80 kilometer, Qamran line which is 100 kilometer. Then after that there is thermosphere, right? So this is Qamran line. And rare diseases. What are the rare diseases? Rare disease is any disease that affects small percentage of population. It is not genetic in nature. Rare diseases are characterized by wide diversity of symptoms, vary not only from disease to disease but also from patient to patient, suffering from the same disease. Which of the following statements are correct regarding rare diseases? Rare is a disease that affects small percentage of population. Yes, very small percentage of population are affected. Uh, it is also called as orphan disease, affects a small percentage of population. Right. It is not genetic in nature. Those this is wrong. They are genetic in nature. They are genetic in nature. Mostly rare diseases are genetic in nature. Right. So if two is your wrong, then one, two, three, and these two options are wrong. One, three, or one. One is the right answer. There is nothing to worry about one. And whether three is right or not. Rare disease characterized wide diversity of symptoms, vary not only from disease to disease but also from patient to patient. Patient suffering from the same disease. Yes. Three is also your right. So one and three is your right answer. One and three is your right answer. Cystic fibrosis, right? That is a rare disease. There are various types of rare diseases. Right? There are autoimmune diseases like hemophilia, that is also a rare disease. Sickle cell anemia, that is also a rare disease. Right? That creates immunodeficiency in case of children. Rare diseases they are examples of rare diseases. What share? What to share, Mr. Dipanshu Sharma? Okay. Then AstroSat, a multi-institute collaborative project, is AstroSat satellite to detect movements of our surface, scientific expedition to Sun, and multi-wavelength space telescope spacecraft to study asteroid Bennu. AstroSat. Yes, it is a multi-wavelength space telescope, right? India's fast multi-wavelength space telescope is called as AstroSat. It has 5 telescopes, and that can be of that which so that we can see at various visible range, that is in visible wavelengths or ultraviolet wavelengths or X-ray, hard X-ray, everything we can see by AstroSat. Right? There are various institutions it has collaborated in it, ISRO and also our Indian Institution of Astrophysics. It has also collaborated. This is AstroSat, multi-wavelength space telescope. C is the answer. Scientific experimental studies on this is your Aditya L1. India is going to launch Aditya L1. Right? Okay. Next. Consider the following statements. Mutations of viruses are natural part of evolution. A variant of virus is created by a combination of mutation. Which of the uh, following statements are incorrect? See, they have asked incorrect statements. So both those statements are correct here. So it is natural, yes, mutation of virus, a natural part of evolution. We see in case of COVID-19, various variants have been created automatically. Nobody is creating new variants of these viruses. They are automatically getting mutated. A variant of virus is created by a combination of mutations. Yes, combination of mutations that create a new variant. So both options are right here. So as they have asked incorrect, so neither one nor two is incorrect. NASA and ISRO is collaborating on developing a satellite called as NASA ISRO SAR or NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. NASA will be used to measure Earth's changing ecosystem and ice masses, provide information about sea level rise and groundwater, detect monuments of Earth's surface. What can be done by this NISAR satellite? NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. So when application is concerned, this is Earth observation satellite. It can observe changing ecosystem, dynamic surfaces, ice masses, then natural hazards, sea level rise, groundwater, everything it can do, right? It can observe all these things. It can observe in every situation. It can observe in night, observe during the rainy season, during the clouds, during the fogs, everything. In every situation, NASA can take clear pictures of Earth, right? So D is the option. D is the right option. Uh, so today discussion ends here. Uh, we'll discuss in next Saturday the rest of the questions. We'll discuss in next Saturday. Thank you.